Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. Genevieve with us, ladies and gentlemen. Genevieve and Team Paisano in full force.
Yes.
Tonight we talk about not just Alice Cooper,
Yes.
the Alice Cooper Band. Before Alice Cooper became the Alice Cooper we all know and love, his original band, the Alice Cooper Band, was named, I originally thought it was named for a 17th century witch. I think I remember reading that somewhere, but I don't think that's true from what I'm reading online. They took it from a number of sources, at least I think Cooper, because it was like kind of all-American, and Alice was based on a couple of other characters. But that's all water under the bridge. This was their third studio album. The first two went absolutely nowhere, I don't even know if they had any singles released off of them, and if they did, they went nowhere. The albums were a disaster, and these guys were kind of on life support. They needed something big, and they came through with it. This album's called Love It to Death, and it contains the rock and roll teen anthem, I'm 18. And this saved this band from early extinction. It had a couple other good songs on it, too, that I think should be on the radio. And were, I'm sure, at the time, but were taken over by such smashes as School's Out and No More Mr. Nice Guy. Those were the other real big ones. Under My Wheels. After this album, he created a pretty good career for himself. And when the original Alice Cooper Band broke up, when people started leaving, he adopted the name for himself, and I believe he legally changed his name to Alice Cooper. His name is Vincent Furnier, born Vincent Furnier, and is now known as Alice Cooper. But yeah, as Alice Cooper, I believe he still does live shows. Known for his theatrics. I believe there is a guillotine act on stage still to this day where he cuts the head off of a dummy, obviously. But with trickery, it makes it look like he's hacking somebody's head off. Always very theatric, Alice was. Shock rock is what they called it.
Wait, how'd you say that? It's guillotine.
Guillotine, the guillotine.
Yeah, you said guillotine.
Guillotine, yeah, the guillotine. After the French. It was the French way of executing. There's a cat just bombing around here back and forth. Very distracting. You see the band there. Kind of androgynous. Kind of the androgyny of the early 70s with the influence of the New York Dolls and groups like that. The back that's really what the band looked like. They were definitely a motley crew. The group called Motley Crue was not nearly as motley as these guys. That's a rough looking bunch there. And there you go. Alice's eyes sticking glaring right at you. That was how Alice painted his eyes for the shows. I know, the cat is just out of control. Let's go over the track listing, shall we? Side 1, Caught in a Dream. Side 2, The Big Smash, I'm 18. Did I say side 2? I meant song 2. After that, A Long Way to Go, which is another good rock song. Followed by Black Juju, which is a very long, drawn-out, very unusual song. Side 2, Is It My Body, another good rock song. Hallowed Be Thy Name. Second Coming, The Ballad of Dwight Fry, and Sun Arise. I have no idea what that cat is doing back there. My goodness. Wow. That is distracting.
Like a freaking litter box.
Yeah, doesn't it? So she's digging something up. Came out on Warner Brothers. It's obviously a reissue. I bought it in the mid-'80s. It's a classic Warner Brothers label. With Straight. Straight was Frank Zappa's label. You see the Straight right next to the WB. So they were obviously still had a hand in the production of this. It's produced by a young Bob Ezrin, who went on to have quite a career. But this was one of his first rock groups he worked with. The legendary Bob Ezrin. I believe he was only 19 or 20 years old when he produced this. Yeah, it's a great rock record, and like I said, it saved this band from an early death because they were going nowhere fast. Let's talk about subscriptions. Genevieve's favorite subject. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We talk about
rock and roll.
Well said, my dear. And if you've been watching for some time and leeching off my extensive musical knowledge, stop freeloading. You heard it from Genevieve, and you don't want to run afoul of her. She's a tough customer. Tough. She'll track you down and force you over to your computer, or grab your phone, stick it right in your face, and watch over you while you subscribe. And you don't want that. She will rough you up. All right, on Monday night, we're going to grab the Pittsburgh Pirates hat, give it a little shake-a-rooney. Genevieve will stick her hand in there, hand it to Paisano. We're going to draw an album, and next Saturday night, what's the date going to be? Today's the 19th.
26th.
It will be the 26th of April. And then 2 days later, guess whose birthday it is?
Yes.
Hint. Yup. Gonna be all of 14 years old. My goodness.
Yes.
Where did the time go? All right, YouTube. Tune in Monday night for the album draw. And next Saturday night, we'll talk about rock and roll yet again.
Happy Easter, y'all.
Happy Easter to everyone out there. I hope the Easter Bunny's good to every single one of yous. All right. Good night, YouTube, and thank you.
Toodles, queens.